Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are in the world. My word, my hair is flowing everywhere. Okay, my delicious little babies, 3, 2, 1. So much love to you all, my delicious little babies. Thank you so very much for listening to me. Beam me up. Shining very bright this evening, aren't they? My delicious little babies, my beautiful little lads. Thank you, little lads. You're delicious and bright. Now then, yes, I wasn't going to put out a video today, but, well, I've decided to. No earrings, okay? Should be able to hear very clearly, okay, what I'm about to talk about, my delicious little babies. Now, no videos to look at this evening, my delicious little babies. I just want to have a little talk, really. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Now then, the weather in my neck of the woods in the old UK, well, in the still of the night. Here we are. Here we go again. What is that? Dolly Parton. Here we go again. She was very much, wasn't she? And it is rather cold outside. She was very much in the spotlight to tell everyone to get there. Do you see what I mean? When she had, which I've known, there we are, ding ding dong dong, for many years, she had her own ribs removed just so she could look skinny with big boobs and all that, just like a Barbie doll. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, I always say, you know, I love beautiful little animals. I never like to see anything about anything, really. I like to call them our beautiful little sons and daughters, but every dog has its day. There we are. Just like that little putrid, the one who looks like, you know, what's his bloody name now? What his missus went into the old Bill, the police? Penny? Rod Stewart. It's the one who looks like him. Plandemic. Do you say? We remember all that. There we are, my delicious little babies. Do you say? Anyway, so what I want to talk about this evening, my delicious little babies, like I said, I wasn't in the mood. In fact, to be honest, I didn't even want to do a video, if the truth's be known. Now, some of you out there would say, oh, yes, she does really. Yes, she does really. Bing, bing, bang, bang, bum, bum. You know what I mean? That reminds me, there's a song on YouTube, who put the bum, but the bum, ba bum, ba bum, who put the bam, ba bam, bam, ding dong. Okay? Words. Do you see what I mean? My delicious little babies, never wrote it down. I haven't wrote anything down. I want to talk about this dear gentleman who I was talking about yesterday. Okay? And over, what is it, 18, 20, 30, 40, 50, you know, over 32 years of my life. Of knowing the beautiful, dear family, my delicious little babies. I say it's a little family, but they are not. They're actually, there we are, a very large family, and they're actually broad Irish, okay? My delicious little babies, and of course, you know, I have a lot of Irish, there we are, roots myself. Okay, my delicious little babies, and so do my beautiful and, oh God bless the beautiful dear little souls, my beautiful and delicious dear little friends, you know. Close. Circle, circle, circle. Be careful to those of you out there, there we are, who ding, ding, dong, dong, there we are, you're letting in, okay? Wolves in sheep's, there we are, clothing, okay? Somebody who comes in to be bosh, 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 bang, 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 so lovely, are actually, there we are, not your friends at all. So please, there we are, to those of you out there, stay on your guard. There we are. That's all I got to say, okay? I'm being very careful these days of where I'm putting messages. Look at that. See how my hair just went all flipping all over the place, you see? I'm being very careful about where I'm putting messages, and of course I do not want to get others into trouble for anything, okay? Because when you have an opinion, you put your opinion, but of course somebody else are watching you. You know, just like, you know, if you imagine a telescope, you know, like when you're looking up at the sky, at the stars, at the moon. Strangely enough, my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Kaz, she called me this evening, not long before I've just come on my video, my delicious little babies, and she said, Carla, the moon is right there, right in front of me. I said, yes. I said, I've got your man on the moon here, right in front of me. There we are, as well. My delicious little babies. Because, you know, what do they call it? You have so many moons. I happen to be, because of my birth, supposedly, my delicious little babies, okay? Because you must remember that they seem to have missed a month out somewhere. There we are, okay? That I'm on a waxing moon, my delicious little babies, so I have a waxing moon. Others could have a full moon, you know. Others, what's that? Who is it? Is it Shawadi Wadi? Under the moon of love, let's sit down and talk. Under the moon of love, yes. There we are. A lot of songs. What is it? Blue moon, you saw me standing alone. Yes. Lots of songs, isn't there? My delicious little babies. There we are. All telling a story. Do you see? My delicious little babies. Yes. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put this... do you remember when I mentioned about this dear little flower? You know, this dear little beautiful little lad, you know, who said to me, see, something's just made me, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong. Just say it. You know, when we get to, you know, can we get to McDonald's and can we spend many hours talking? Well, I want to put this in my hair right now, my delicious babies. So I'm going to put this in my hair, okay? So let's just intertwine it, shall we? It's something that appears dead but still stays alive. A rose. You know, like a rose in between, there we are, two thorns, okay? That's what we're dealing with in the world, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Look how that's just stuck. I haven't practiced it, my delicious little babies, I've just done it. And just to let you all know, my delicious little babies, just let me have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. That dear little lad, that his beautiful dear little mama and Dada Bear, he was perfectly well when he was born. I never told you this on that video, my delicious little babies, but he was perfectly well until he had a certain... Then his beautiful dear little mama and beautiful dear little Dada Bear noticed, there we are, that there were changes. That beautiful dear little baby has, there we are, autism. Okay? So where he used to smile, once he had that, no smile, no expression. Do you see, my delicious little babies? So when you're wondering with me, like I said, whatever I do, there we are, there's a reason why. And look at that, how that little flower, even though this little flower's not alive anymore, but to me, there we are, straight to my head, it is alive. Do you see? Which leads me on to saying, so anyway, and that beautiful little baby every time he sees me, the biggest hugs, biggest kisses ever. The same with our beautiful, little neighbours upstairs, a beautiful little baby. Always hugs and kisses, okay? There we are, okay? So that doesn't mean no, by the way. I just do things, there we are genuinely. Do you see, it's genuine. As what you'd say in Irish terms, genuine. Because if you look at different countries, they all have different expressions or different ways that they use words. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Yes? Anyway, so getting back to the matter in hand now. So I want to talk about this evening, 24th of October 2023. There we are, I want to keep that in my mind. Okay, my delicious little babies. Gosh, I don't know, sometimes look a little bit like Wurzel Gummidge. Never mind, I'm not worried about that, my delicious little babies. I never worry about things, you know what I mean? Some videos are put up, there we are, for a certain time, for somebody, there we are, ding ding dong dong to listen to, there we are, then it comes down, okay, there we are. There's a reason why. It's not because I'm embarrassed. I've got nothing to be embarrassed about. I've lived my life, good, bad, another old-fashioned Irish saying, good, bad and indifferent, there we are, okay. And I've had my beautiful and delicious dear little babies, there we are, who have been on my journey with me, and it hasn't always been easy. Believe me on that one. Okay? But I go through my life where I just say, you know what will be, will be. What's that song? Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not as you see. Que sera, sera. There we go. Okay? So, I'm not, as you very well know, my delicious little babies, I'm not very fond of many women. Okay? I found a lot of them to be, there we are, very bitchy, very catty, very, there we are, dictatorial, very controlling, very, everything that you wouldn't want in a woman. Because when I was growing up, I was completely, I was completely different. There we are. So even though I'd had the life that I had, I was brought up with my dad, yes, but we were never, I never seen it in my life to be that way. Do you see? Because I could not understand, and even anyway, at that age, who could understand? Nobody could understand, because we just lived our lives climbing trees, playing on the park, going in the paddling pool, playing tennis. There we are, doing different things now. We never had what we've got today. Do you see? No dog and bones. There we are, no nothing. We never had that. Do you see? Life was very much different, and this is what I want to come to. So the dear a gentleman who I talked about yesterday on my video, My Delicious Little Babies. Now, for most of you, you probably would not even be interested. Well, that's up to you, isn't it? It's not my business to be in your business. Do you get me? My delicious little babies, yes? I'm just going to be, there we are, done telling you the way it is. Now, when this dear gentleman, I'll never say his name, I'll never say which family he came from, I'll never say nothing, ever. Nobody would hear, there we are, and murmur out my mouth, my trap, my gob. Unless it's somebody who, there we are, I'm very close to, or I'm in a relationship with or something, but I would never be done saying nothing on my video, My Delicious Little Babies. You see, the thing with me, My Delicious Little Babies, and if you do not know me by now, what's that song? If you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. Woo, woo. There we are. So, you see, that's how I operate, you see. I can hold, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, many secrets. In fact, I've heard many things, there we are, in my decades that to this day, in fact, they're even at the back of my mind. I do not, it's not even something I'd even remember, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's gone. It's at the back of my mind, it's gone. But what would be the point in sharing something with somebody? Well, what would be the point in that? There's no point. Do you see, it's gone? Yesterday. Do you say? So, when this dear gentleman, because the family come over from Ireland, okay, gotta be careful what I say here. And, you know, I mean, they come over to England, you know, to have, you know, just like my beautiful dear little mama bear and beautiful dear little auntie baby, you know, my beautiful dear little mama, beautiful dear little auntie baby, her sister, yes, they came over, you know, and their dad and everything, you know what I mean? Well, they were already over here, but the dad came over and then he met their dear mum who was Irish, and then of course they made my mum, God bless her beautiful dear little soul, and they made our beautiful dear little auntie baby. God bless the beautiful dear little soul, do you say? So they come to make a laugh, okay, and it wasn't always easy, especially, you know, if you, what's the word, half and half caste I call it. Now, to me, somebody's thinking about me, I hope it's juicy and delicious. The fact of the matter is, my delicious little babies, is that, you know, life was not easy, especially if you were half and half. But of course, over the decades, it's like you're not allowed to use the word half caste or quarter caste. Well, I'm quarter caste. I'm quarter Bangladeshi, I'm quarter Asian. Got Irish in me. White, my dad. My mum, Bangladeshi and Irish. My dad, actually, going back, is Irish too. Do you say? I've just got George as well, so St George, so there we are, okay? So, you see, the fact of the matter is that where they get all this business from, that you cannot say, oh, you're three quarter, say I've stumbled there, 3/4 caste or half caste or quarter, you're not allowed to say that. Because according to their flipping mentality, whoever, there we are, created this, is that, well, you're a cast-off. Well, if that's the case, my delicious little babies, if we actually look in the world, well then, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense. Well then, everybody must be a flipping cast-off, mustn't they? Because we're all part of something. There we are. Do you see? So, where they're going with this? Anyway, so let's get back to this. So, anyway, so the dear gentleman who I'm talking about, God bless his beautiful dear little heart. I've been sent a message this morning. Like I said, I'm not going to say anything else about to do with certain things, and just asked me to pray. Do you see? My delicious little babies, yes? Which, there we are, I have been. But when this dear gentleman very first started out, nobody, there we are, nobody held his hand. Do you understand what I mean? He came over, you know, the family, you know, and what they wanted to do was make a living, just like anybody, any of us want to make a living. And I always remember something being said to me that somebody had said something to him. I'm going back decades now. You know, like where, you know, somebody does not want, let's just say, I've got to be careful how I put it, they do not want somebody maybe getting up the ladder or whatever it is now, or however this rocks and rolls. But who I'm talking about, God bless his beautiful dear little soul. Well, he never put up with that shit. Do you see? So when somebody tried to, let's just say, put him in his place, you know, it never come off very well. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So, come back. There we are. Guns blazing, figure of speech. Do you see? Put your other one there in the place. There we are, so that they never come back. There we are. Do you see? And then he went on to build a thriving, thriving business, my delicious little babies. Well, very thriving. And when I stumbled, there we are, for the right reasons, not for the wrong. Okay? Because if you was to meet this dear gentleman now, there we are, you would love his business ethic. There we are, his business ethics. You would love his business mind. But the good thing is, okay, let's just look at, let's look at some of the millionaires and billionaires in the world, yes? Like, there we are, they've been programmed. Okay, so they're programmed, there we are. Little suits, little men, you know what I mean? To go and do all these things, little suitcases and all that, yes. He didn't work that way, okay? Because if you look at, there we are, lots of the Irish, they do not work that way. There we are. They do not work that way, okay? It's not, something is a done deal. Bang, 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 ka-ching, ka-ching, get the cash out, job done. That's how it works. You see? Okay? So, you know, when somebody puts you back against the wall, and then you, there we are, and you come back. Do you see what I'm saying? My delicious, there we are, little babies. Okay? But he wouldn't put, you know, he wouldn't, I'm just going to ignore that because that was just me moving then. Okay? To me, a wonderful, there we go. God bless its beautiful dear little soul. God love you, my beautiful little baby. Not in that way, not in that way. beautiful dear little soul. Okay? He never, there we are, never asked nothing from nobody. Okay? He never worked for the corporation. He worked, there we are, for himself. So did his brother. Self-made. Are you following me, my delicious little babies? Just like when we look at the old pandemic, okay, where other businesses were not part of the corporation. You just did your own thing now. Okay, but of course, as we very well know, and of course, let's not forget that that's just coming to my flipping noddle, ding ding dong dong, the old flipping Brexit, you know, with all the single markets and all these markets. And if you look back, when was it, 3 years ago on BitChute? They were showing to do with Ireland, and if you go past a certain part in Ireland, oh yes, all to do with the countrysides and all that, oh yes. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, what I'm wanting you see, for those of you, there we are, God bless your beautiful dear little souls, and thank you. Anybody who watches me, well, it's up to you. You know what? I'm not one of these where I come on my video and it's like, oh, I've got to have this subscriber, I've got to have these clicks. You know, click, man. No, I don't need to. Because at the end of the day, there we are, I know who I am. I do not need everybody, there we are, to be looking at me. If somebody happens to stumble across me, oh, God bless the beautiful dear little souls who subscribe to me, and thank you once again, okay? Well, I mean, you know, the reality is that somebody, there we are, either likes you or they do not. You know, there's no like, there we are, in between. It's usually black and white, isn't it? My delicious little babies, that's what it used to always be called. There we are. Before you brought in all of these different silly flipping nonsense, flipping nonsensical flipping shit. That's what it always used to be. Do you say? My delicious little babies, okay? It's just that the putrid, those, okay, wanted to bring in, but please remember what I said on the previous one of my videos. Oh, yes, I did. Even Henry Kissinger himself, the putrid little piece of shit. Look at him all shriveled up like a little old prune. And you know me, I did care work for on and off for over 20 years. There we are. Yes, I did. But guess what? God bless the beautiful dear little souls, apart from, I'd say, probably a few. But for the rest of them, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, okay? Salt of the earth. Do you see? But you get ones like him. But even he had to admit that to bring in too many cultures, there we are. This causes a problem. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Do you see? There we are. It's ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense. It's caused a problem, hasn't it? Because how can one nationality, if you look at it, okay, look at each different country and look at who they're brought in, okay? So, and then you've got like certain who have learned, there we are, to mix with one another. Okay, they may all do things differently, there we are, but that's the way life goes, that's how it rocks and rolls, isn't it? Do you see? It's like I could go to a different country and I'd do things differently. I'm English, so I'd go to a different country and I'd do things differently. Somebody else could be a different nationality, they come to England and then there we are, would do things a different way. But when you've got too many mixes, you know, in the mix, just like a Kenwood. You know, that's an old make. I mentioned that before. My beautiful dear little Nana. How I love my beautiful dear little Nana and Grandad. Do you say? My delicious little babies. You put too many, there we are in the mix. Well, what's it going to do? There we are. Common sense, ding, ding, dong, dong. There we are. It's going to cause problems, isn't it? Because one nationality is not going to like another. There we are. I'm done saying it. Do you say? I mean, with me, I just live and let live, you know, what they want to do. Let them just have their own business. Let them do what they want to do, as long as there we are, as long as they're not troubling me. Do you say? Because let me tell you, my delicious little babies, I always carry somewhere. Okay? Believe me on that one. Okay? And it's something that would pierce. And no, it's not enough. Okay, my delicious babies, and no, it's not spray. Okay, my delicious babies, just letting you know. Okay? So I don't trouble myself about, do you understand what I mean? Do you see? So when we go back to our beautiful dear gentleman here, like I said, not in that way, not in that way. I've known the family, here we are, 32 years. Okay? He never, there we are, God bless his beautiful dear little soul. He never begged nobody nothing. Never begged nobody nothing. You know, like, let me just have another sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. I'm going to get to the point. You know, when you got footballers who, let me just put it in these terms now, simple things. When footballers, they kick a ball around, and of course, you know it's always two sides, and somebody is always, there we are, going to do the score. But of course, you know, Egypts, and I will call them that. We can say it in this day and age. There we are. They are twats and Egypts, because they pay the tickets just to find that the flipping team loses, which was, there we are, by design. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Let me get back to the matter in hand. So when footballers have what I'd call, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, an easy laugh, you know, for the ones who, ears itching in the mainstream. Do you see what I mean? And then they can live in luxury, you know, on these posh roads and everything. Well, who I'm talking about, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, work flipping hard, working boots, everything. Okay? Looked after, God bless his beautiful dear little soul, looked after his staff, looked after everything. Oh, yes. There we are. Okay? Never seen the English doing it, did we? My delicious little babies. But the Irish, there we are, look after their own. But what we've been seeing with the Irish, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, it's like they've been taken over. Do you say? My delicious little babies, okay? But let me tell you, not fully. Okay, so I'm going to let everybody know that now, not fully. Right? And then when I look at what this beautiful dear gentleman's put, there we are, into the economy, there we are, and done all these things. Okay? So, I have many things, there we are, to say about this, but I will not. But when somebody threatens somebody, yes, and they come back and boom, where your man there we are, could not even get up. Do you see? And that was, there we are, decades ago. Do you see? Because when you come, you know, when you're in a different country, you come from a different country, do you see what I mean? And then you have to, let's just say, adjust, there we are, to a different country and a different way of living. Do you see? But when somebody just wants to, there we are, just bang, just come up and just do what they do now. Well, then what are you going to, there we are, what are you going to expect? I'm not inciting anything, I'm just done saying it. What are you going to expect? You're going to get bang back, ain't you? Do you see? Says, there we are, he's never troubled again. You see? That was Dan and Ali. Not out in the daylight, like what the putrid are doing now. Oh, they're really showing it now in the daylight, aren't they? The vampires are coming out. Do you see? My delicious little babies, yes. But the family who I know, my delicious little babies, who I love to my heart, there we are, worked hard. You know, they never come over to this country to expect nothing. No, they never are. They come over, there we are, as hard working. Do you see? But they needed to get extra work to come. This is the whole point, isn't it? And go back to Ireland, you know, where you couldn't get the work and you had to come to other places. What are we seeing in the world? We're seeing in the world where other, you know, like you had ones picking crops and all these things coming from Romania, coming from all different places now. You have the Chinese flipping nail salons, you have all that, you know, where it's everything's slave labour. You have the Polish, you have every single, excuse me, different, there we are, nationality coming over. Okay? But one must never forget, please look at, and I'm going to repeat this again, my delicious little babies, I'm so glad, God bless, I came across this dear gentleman, Mr. Archive, on YouTube. My delicious little babies, you want to listen to your man there, your gentleman there, the way he's putting Jehovah's Witnesses, Islam, all of them, there we are. There we are. Do you see? So they're wanting to take over. They've done a lot of it. There we are in Russia. I'd already seen weeks ago what they'd done. I mean, when you looked at the amount of Muslims, I've got nothing against. Anyway, I'm not even going to go down that road. I even said I'm never going to do it again and I'm never going to do it again. If anybody understands me, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, they're going to get to me. I'm not going to say nothing more. But when you see what they're doing and it's coming from, there we are, one. But the thing is, when you listen to Mr. Archive, there we are, and he goes back years on YouTube, years, and he's, there we are, done saying it. And what I love about him, not in that way, but what I love him about him is when he's listening, he's going, do you see what I mean? Because he's, there we are, educating others. There we are. Ding, ding, dong, dong. And how can they question this now? So when everybody wanted like a one world government, we know who, right? Well, no. Listen to a dear gentleman like, there we are, like Mr. Archive. Do you see ones, there we are, who know what they're talking about? He knows the Quran, there we are, inside out, backwards, there we are, backwards and forwards. That's what I've always said. You know, I do not need to go to no church to go and pray. I've done it very little times in my life. I pray to my beautiful dear God. Yes, I do. Dear Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our dear Creator. Yes, I do. But I do not need to go to this flipping place where 9 times out of 10, it seems to be with the banks, like I said months ago, where there's always scaffolding up, with a begging bowl. Oh, you know, please help us, please help us. Oh, yes. Do you know what I mean? Just to flipping take the ka-ching, just like these organisations, these businesses that say it's not for profit. Yes, it is. If it wasn't for profit, hello, ding, ding, dong, dong, then why are they flipping doing it? They ain't going to do it for the goodness of the flipping effing health, are they? My delicious little babies, not when you're talking about ding, ding, dong, dong, flipping big businesses like that. Do they think that there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, that we're all flipping twats and idiots out here? Hello? Do you say? I always say in life, my delicious little babies, it's like me now, right? I do my videos, there we are. Ding, ding, dong, dong. I keep going ding, ding. Who put the ding, 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 who put rabbit, I'm a ding, dong. Jesus, me. My point is, I do this. Yes, I do. And I enjoy what I do, okay? It doesn't always sit right with others. And, no, I'm not going to come across as being who large door, just you behave. Here we are, be a good little baby. And then there we are, then I'm going to get lots more subscribers. No. I'm very thankful and grateful, there we are, for what I've got. Even if very few look at me, God bless them. There we are, but the fact is, they still stay subscribed. God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless. But for the ones who listen to me, and there we are, and God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless to you all. Because, you know, you may be able to pass on, like I say, pass it on information, there we are, to others. Do you say? But I ain't going to flip him, there we are, beg nobody for nothing. If somebody does not want to watch my channel, or if somebody does not want to listen to my videos, or if somebody feels that I do not like to use this word, but we do have to use it, mentally impaired, well, let me tell you, what they need to do is take a look at, there we are, at their own damn selves before they take a look at me. Do you say to me, my delicious little babies, could it be? There we are, ding, ding, dong, dong. Could it be that I'm talking? There we are. Common sense. Shoulders. Do you say? They're not liking it. Do you say? But when I've been around for decades, and this dear, beautiful, dear gentleman who I'm talking about, there we are, has been around for decades and built his business up, you know, to a, you know what I mean? A really large, there we are, business, okay? Let's just say it is what others, shall we say, there we are. Maybe, there we are, not a liking. Do you see? So that's why they wanted to get rid of, I will not say what businesses it is, my delicious little babies. And when I stumbled then, I stumbled for the, there we are, for the right reasons. Okay? But this is where we are. Do you see? My delicious little babies. But, oh, look at me little flower. Beautiful little baby. God bless him. Do you see? So, ones have to look at the damage, there we are, that has been caused. Do you see? Not only in the past 3 years, but over the decades, there we are, shall we say. Let's just say, you know, when one said, you know, you need a tetanus to go on holiday, or you need a, you know, the putrid, your friendly quack quack, was very happy, there we are, to administer that without doing no, there we are, research at all. And isn't it so strange, my delicious little babies, that look how many now are doctors coming out, look at this, woodwork. Do you say? But they never did it at the flipping effing time, did they? When they were taking an extra, there we are, 50 grand or 100 grand a year, there we are, to jibby jab. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So ones need to, there we are, look at exactly what's going on here. And like I said, I do not trust any government or other things. If you look at this very closely, my delicious little babies, because I'm thinking about Halloween, anyway, there we are, I know all about Halloween. years ago, okay, there we are, I'll admit it, because we've all been programmed at some time, you know, and I've said it before, you know, you do all these lovely gooly things, you know, you do all the fake cobwebs and you do all the spiders, you do the pumpkins, you do all this, okay? But if you actually went back, and I did, there we are, years ago, to seeing this, only when my bairns, my beautiful little babies, how I love them so, were older, yes? But if I had have just looked into it, there we are, ding ding dong dong, when I was younger, you said to me, and I would never have done it, but when I watch them all now doing it, and I've seen, there we are, for years, you know, videos and on DuckDuckGo and doing my research, there we are. You're not going to find it on Google, my delicious little babies. You're just not. It's going to, there we are, it's going to be a crock of shite. You need to go on DuckDuckGo, or if you choose to, I mean, there's one that I haven't mentioned actually for months and months and months and months and months and months and months. Mind you, I do not go on it. Opera. You could try there if you wanted to. I mean, you're hearing others talking about Yahoo, but I'm not so sure about that one. Okay, that's just my thoughts, my delicious babies. Others can try it by all means, you know, if it works for you. If it rocks and rolls, that's fine, but not for me. And like I said, I must have looked on, when was it? A couple of years ago. Opera, sorry. Oprah. Oh yeah, she's another little bitch, isn't she? Anyway, there we are, what she's done in a time. Okay. What's the colour of money? Yeah, just look at that song on YouTube, my delicious babies. You see what I mean? Where ones, there we are, ding ding dong dong, will do anything just to have, there we are, a pristine laugh and have no skin on the buttress. But one thing they must remember, there we are, they've all got the same blood running through the veins, and like I said before, I'm going to repeat it again, with the you see, some darker than others, cupping, there we are, will help. Okay, my delicious little babies. I could say other things, because whatever I say seems to be the devil within, so I'm not going to say anything else, because it's very clear to me that others do not clearly want me to say anything that is, there we are, is going to be healthy to others, okay? This is not the first time I experienced it. You know, I did a video nearly a couple of years ago, you know, and that got one second. Do you see what I mean? My delicious baby. So I'm, you know, I'm not new to this. You know what I mean? But I just want to leave you like that. Lights off. Got nothing more to say. I can't be bothered, actually. I'm not being rude, my delicious babies. I love you all so very much, okay? You all know how much I love you. But right now, I'm just not in the mood. But I've done the video, and like I said, some of you are saying, oh, well, if she doesn't like to do the video, then what's she doing it for? I'm doing it for a reason. Because there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong. I'm explaining things, there we are. And if others do not like it, well, do me a favour, skip my channel, move from it. Because you clearly, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, not on the same song sheet. And maybe ones, there we are, have to learn many things in life. So if you haven't, there we are, caught up by now, then as far as I'm concerned, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, carry on watching your little cookery, your little flipping makeup, whatever else you do, your little butterflies and fairies, and get off my channel. There we are. I'm done saying it. And it's nothing, believe me on that one, my delicious babies out there, there we are, that I wouldn't say to somebody's birth trace. There we are. It's not something that's, you know, I'm worried about. If somebody does, there we are, if somebody does not like what I've got to say, do you know what I mean? They think that, oh, I'm just here on a camera. Come to my birth trace, come. There we are, come to me. Do you see what I mean? Because as quick as they are, I'm just, there we are. Very quick. Okay, my delicious little babies. That's what I got to say. And that's how I feel about what's going on in the world. Somebody's got to be mighty quick. And just to let you know, my delicious little babies, I seen a man today, my delicious little babies, and he's an ex-army man. Well, they call it military these days. Everything's what? Military. Oh, used to be, you're in the army now. Whoa, whoa, you're in the army now. Soldiers. There we are. That's what they used to call them, wasn't it? Many decades ago. But of course, you go over the pond to born in the USA. I was born in the USA. Yeah, yes. And then, of course, whatever happens in America, old America, comes over to the UK, isn't it? Because you got two Londons, the inside, there we are, and the outside. Do you say? My delicious little babies. So whatever happens over there, whatever they call it, is what they call it over here. So now, you know, your man there called it the military. And then he informed me that, oh yes, that his son, who's been in the army for 6 years, is tomorrow flying out to go and help Israel. My delicious little babies, sent from the British putrid government. My delicious little babies, and how old is he? Just thought I'd let you know, my delicious little babies. 23. 23. My delicious little babies, what does that number come to? 5. Do you say? My delicious little babies. So I happened to ask this man. I said, so, are you worried? You know, because he's an ex-army man. I said, are you worried about your son, you know, going, you know, to Palestine, to all this? He said, no. I said, but surely to goodness. I said, there we are, your dear wife who gave birth to her 2 dear sons. I said, surely she would be worried. He said, yes. He says, but we just keep a lot away from her. We don't tell her things. Can you see that? It's like, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer. I just want to show you something else, my delicious babies, just before I go. Completely forgot about that. Please bear with me. Right now, sorry about that, my delicious babies. I want to show you this coin that I received today. Hold on, I need to make sure it's the right way up. Hold on. Please and thank you. Yes, now it reads, okay, mind you, the lights really. Okay, this is a 50p piece coin, okay? My delicious babies. Now it reads peace, prosperity. Hold on, so I could read it in the daylight. And friendship with all nations. Okay, my delicious babies, that's the 50p piece coin. Hold on, I'm trying to get it where you can see it. Can you see it, my delicious little babies? Trying to get it. Can you see it? Anyway, it's dropped. Right, my delicious little babies. Okay, so guess what I'm going to do? And that's the front of it. The bitch's head. You know, she's just part of the flipping snake. You know, the ones in the UK mourn for her. The flipping old bat. Walked around dripping in gold and everything, you know, with a handbag, you know, and with her fake gloves, you know, shaking hands with other presidents. Do you get me? Do you see what I mean? She's a little bitch. Just like the other putrid king of this country is a little B and ends with a D. Okay, my delicious little babies. And the putrid royal, who are not really royal. There we are. Family. And if you look around the world, they're all the same. One more sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. And it seems to me, my delicious little babies, that not a lot are really liking the old, this prospect of coming to other countries, Dubai, with all of their high-rise, super tall, super duper tall buildings. Well, who wants that? Everything's a square, just like who runs the world. Very square. Need to learn. There we are, many things about man and woman. And maybe that's why they get a little bit upset, because there we are. They live in their little square. You know what I mean? TV. Because they're living in their own TV, aren't they? My delicious little babies. Oh, and then of course, we have, what was that chewing gum called? It was all raging years ago. Not many buy it now. Hubba Bubba. Where you could blow bubbles to a massive bubble. Do you say? I mean, the bubble just got larger and larger and larger, didn't it? My delicious little babies. And of course, anybody who does not eat meat. I mean, like I said, this is the second time around for me being a vegetarian, my delicious little babies. But, God bless you. I've got nothing against anybody. I'll prepare meat. I'll do it. Do you understand what I mean? I've got nothing against anybody, okay? But to me, it's like even jelly, Ones who are vegetarians need to, and I've known this, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, many years, chewing gum, all these things, okay? Any like chewy soft, anything like this, jelly, it's all gelatin, it comes from cows. Do you see? There we are, my delicious little babies, gelatin. Anyway, I just thought to mention that, so yes. So I feel that that's the end of my video this evening. By the way, I did a reading today as well. I did a couple of healings, did a reading. And this dear gentleman, at the moment he's going through a, transitional stage. So, and the one thing that he said to me, and I'm going to leave you with this, my delicious little babies, and wherever you are in the world, you only get one life. Have a marvellous time. Have a beautiful time. He said, when he was not in such a good place, because he was a single father, okay, he'd lost his beautiful dear little wife many years ago, so he had two very young bairns to bring up, a son and a daughter. God bless his beautiful dear little soul. And his dear wife, he was actually explaining to me, because I was explaining to him the way that I operate, like I was saying to him when I was, finished the reading, we were talking, he had a cup of tea, I had a cup of coffee, and we were talking, and I said, I'm just your kind of woman there, where if I ever met somebody in my life, I said, I'll be happy with a wooden ring. He said, you know what? He said, his dear wife, he said she was the same. She wasn't materialistic in any way, because when they first met they never had anything, okay? And then of course, after so many years, because he already had his house before his dear little wife met him, okay? But he said, but other than that we had nothing. But he's an engineer, I can tell you that much, but anyway, you wouldn't know him, okay? And he built himself up anyway. Very sadly, his dear little wife, God bless her beautiful dear little soul, came down with an illness when his little bairns were very young, and very sadly, God bless her beautiful little soul, she passed away. So he was left to look after, bring up his son and daughter, so he brought them up. He never had any relationships with any other women. He just worked. There we are, he just worked and worked. Do you see? Now he's extremely comfortable. He's given me a lift today, actually. I needed to go to the shops, God bless his beautiful dear little soul. He said, well, I've got to pick up a few bits. He said, so I'll take you. Do you see what I mean? And he said, I drive around in this car. He says, but I've got a Porsche. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? There we are. Because he's built himself up. But what happened was, getting back to the point, what he was saying to me was, he says, is that he said, when I was feeling in a darker place, not dark to the point of, he was just feeling a little bit down, because I mean, if you're on your own for all those years, my dad was the same, and you just bringing up the bairns, and, sometimes you just like a little bit of adult conversation. Do you see what I mean? Well, he said, the point is that and he said it to me today, sat in a chair, because he sat at the table when I was doing the reading, but then he sat on a chair, in a more comfortable place. And I'm stumbling there because that's very important. It's like you went from a hard place to a soft place, do you see? That's what I mean by that, okay? You have to get where, ding, ding, dong, dong, where I'm coming from, yes? And he said that others, when they see him more miserable, it's like they were happier with him like that. But now that he's finding himself, and for him to come and have his reading today, and I was explaining everything over an hour and a half to him, yes, okay, and I was mentioning certain things, and then he was showing me on his dog and burn afterwards. There we are, just to confirm what I'd said, and I never knew anything of it. Do you see what I mean? God bless his beautiful dear little soul. And he was saying that he's going through a transitional stage. So while he's going through it, it's like he's isolating himself while he's understanding, there we are, what he's going through. But he said that many do not like his new self, that he said he's not short on Kaching, which he's not. He walks around just like an everyday man, just like a worker. He walks around, that's how he walks around. He said, I'm not worried about Kaching. He's not. Do you see? He's got his house, he's got other things, there we are, in the mix, he's got everything. Do you see what I mean? He said, I don't worry about it. And he even made a point to say that others said to him, they said, oh, well, you've only got the Porsche just to pull a woman. And if you could have heard the conversation today, my delicious little babies, let me tell you, and you had met this dear gentleman, I'm telling you now, he's nothing like that at all. In fact, he wished he would have had more, there we are, with his beautiful dear little wife when they were together for those years, because he said that they didn't have a lot, and before she passed, they never had a lot. He said, I had my house, that's all I had my job and, my job and everything, do you see what I mean? But I said, but you did, but you had each other. And he said, but what my dear wife was always worried about, he says, was looking after the bairns, that they were looked after. Well, he's got two bairns at university. The dear lassie's just finishing university and his dear son's at university. Okay, everybody knows how I feel about universities. My own daughter's at university anyway. But the point of the matter is that, but if you look at it, there we are, he's brought them up, God bless him, as a single father with no woman intervention. He's brought them up himself. Do you see, when he lost his beautiful dear little wife, do you see? So I said to him today, on the way to the shops, and I'll tell you what he wanted to get. He said, I need to feed me body. I need to feed myself with fat, pork belly. He was very much, and of course, he was concentrating. He said, I'll come into the shops with you. He says, because, they give me a lift back. And he said, I tell you what, he said, because his daughter's a vegetarian. And, he got some, what was it? What was it called? He said, I'll see if my daughter likes it. Broccoli and cauliflower rice. Broccoli and cauliflower rice, I've never heard of it. Anyway, that's the thing, yes, okay. And then she actually called him, Dad, can you, because she's with a job interview and everything, she was working somewhere else. I won't say where it is anyway. They can just, get rid of others. There we are, stumbled there. Get rid of others when they feel like it. Do you know what I mean? Really do not give a shout. If you look on YouTube, you'll see that so many they've got rid of, especially in America, so that they can have robots anyway. I'm not going to say anything more than that anyway. I informed this dear gentleman of, there we are, of what I've just said to you, okay, which he never knew. Anyway, but he did say, he said there's robots are really good, aren't they? I said, so well, you wouldn't be saying that if you're out of a job, would you? Do you see what I mean? My delicious little baby says you wouldn't be saying it then, would you? Do you say? And he went, well, actually, do you say? But then again, he also said he does not want to work. So he said, oh, it's 67. He said, I will not be working till I'm 67. But God bless his dear little soul. Twice. I came out to little babies and he too said to me, he said, well, the reason why I did it to travel, come fly with me, let's fly away. But then he did say, he said, I'll never take any more, Mia. Do you say? My delicious little babies, yes. But God bless his beautiful dear little soul, but everything he's got, there we are. God bless him. God bless him. He's paid for. So he's, you know, beautiful little bear as well. There we are. I'm not going to say nothing more about that. Okay, my delicious little babies, so much love, okay? You just take care wherever you are. I mean, I'm always saying the same thing, aren't I? I send you all love and protection. Smiles. Keep the vibration high. I'm just not in the right mood right now, my delicious babies. I mean, I'm surprised I've gone on for this long. Mind you, I can talk the flipping iron legs off a flipping donkey. I can talk for England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales and flipping, there we are, and flipping beyond. Do you see what I mean? But I want to keep this little flower now. I want to keep it. Little baby, look, it's still intact. I want to keep that. I always keep it, you know, on my table. Always. You know, beautiful little baby. God love him. He should never have again. Do you see my delicious little babies? Anyway, I'm going to leave the video like that. Thank you for listening. If anybody listens. Anyway. But thank you. It's good just to get it out. But please, can everybody say their prayers for everybody in the world, for everybody? Please and thank you. Please send out the love, the prayers for everybody, because everybody somewhere is suffering. And yet others, God bless them, it's like, oh, it's never going to happen to me. It's not in our country. It's not going to happen. Well, the realisation is, my delicious little babies, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong. Let me tell you, everything, there we are, right now is up for grabs. There we are. That's all I can say. Okay? So, until my next video, my delicious little babies, much love. So much love to you all. God bless. Thank you. Good night. Well, wherever you are, or good morning, good afternoon. Lots of love. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.